Row 7. Jackson Dart, again, I just think that Giants-Broncos game is going to go down as the Giants' Hail Mary game for the Bears the previous year. Season in disarray. Tua already getting people fired. Michael Penix back on the mountain. I thought, listen, I don't know if those were good passes to Drake London or not. I know they were sick highlights. Bryce's team's winning. They're, what are they,
97 yards?
I mean, listen, he's on the mountain. Geno stays where he is. Valiant effort. Listen, it's hard to beat the
love
brand.
Geno.
He stays where he is. You want me to drop him? They scored 29 points. Justin Fields, I don't want to drop you. But while Aaron Glenn did two things today, trade away the best players and not commit to you. I don't know what's going on. J.J. McCarthy on the mountain. He didn't play great, but had some moments. Row 6. Mountain's fair. I would have loved to move Caleb up. I desperately wanted to move Caleb up. Couldn't find room for him in the top 15. CJ, Bo Nix, Trevor. Again, these are all first-round picks. Again, I would have loved to move Trevor up. Top 15 is tough right now. Jacoby Brissett, though, oh my.
Oh, yeah.
Bill Parcells been talking about Jacoby Brissett for 10 years. Jacoby getting a real opportunity. Former great Patriot, or decent Patriot.
Yeah, good.
Another former Patriot, Mac Jones, out here cooking.
On the mountain.
On the mountain. Row 6, not even at the bottom of the mountain. Row 5. Here's why there wasn't room. Because Joe Flacco's got to be a top 15 guy.
Wow.
Joe Flacco is out here. I'm not asking the question, but making other people ask the question. Is Joe Burrow a system quarterback? I'm not asking. I'm not asking the question. I'm not suggesting the New York Jets should call up the Cincinnati Bengals and say, hey, we now have 5 first-round picks and 3 second-round picks. We'll give them all to you for Joe Burrow, since obviously you need to remake your defense. We need a quarterback, and anyone can throw for 300 yards in that system. I'm not suggesting that. Other people are. Jordan Love drops. Daniel Jones, sorry, Greg, 5 turnovers. Could drop further. Jared Goff drops, but that's not Goff's fault. It's because Lamar shows up. Aaron Rodgers stays where he is. Top 10. Sam Darnold out here just cooking. It's just 25 straight games, aside from a little brief pumpkin mode in the playoffs, of balling for Darnold. Dak has to drop, of course. Baker stays where he is. Justin Herbert, I thought, played really well. Sadly, he lost Joe Alt. They just traded for Trevor Penning, who the problem with Trevor Penning is he's not good, but he does play tackle. I don't know if it'll help him or not, but Herbert moves up. This next row, I think, is the most stacked row 3 in the history of the mountain. Wow. And it's a very first things firsty row 3. It's my guy, Wild's guy, and Brew's guy. Show us row 3.
What?
Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, and Lamar Jackson. What a third row. I mean, those guys all at various moments have been at the very top of the mountain themselves. One of them has the mountain named after him. The other one is probably going to, at the end of his career, have the regular season MVP trophy named after him. Give him an extra trophy, that way he actually has one. And Jalen Hurts is a defending Super Bowl MVP. And now, major moment. We know who the 3 guys are that are left. And I don't know if we can put Wilds on camera as well here, guys, because I think this is a moment we should all share. Row 2 of the mountain, Josh Allen and Drake May, which means atop the mountain is everybody's All-American, one Matthew Stafford.
Makes no sense. This is so ridiculous. I don't even know where to begin. Listen, we'll start with the low-hanging fruit. He dropped Patrick Mahomes. He did. He didn't elevate Caleb Williams. There's 2 guys that he loves to cook the books with. Here's my problem with this. Baker Mayfield was at the top of the mountain. Dak Prescott was top 3. And Sam Darnold played out of his mind. Had one of the most insane games against the Washington Commanders. Has been insane. Statistically through the roof. And look how low you have him. Like, that makes absolutely. He was willing to put Baker ahead of Patrick Mahomes. Dak ahead. He had Baker top of the M, like, and you can't even put Sam Darnold now up there. Like, that makes 0 sense. 0 sense. I mean, Matthew Stafford has 1 more total touchdown than Jalen Hurts. And Jalen Hurts had a bye right now, so and like I said last time with Drake May, again, Drake May has been awesome. Drake May has been great. Is it a rich tapestry or not? Is it a rich tapestry or not? Because Jalen Hurts is the reigning Super Bowl champion and Super Bowl MVP. It just makes no sense. Having Stafford above Josh Allen right now doesn't really inherently make a lot of sense. Josh Allen just took down the Kansas City Chiefs, who Nick thinks is the best team in the NFL. He thinks that they are clearly the best team in the NFL with the best defense, etc., etc. And you had Josh Allen have a career game, play out of his mind, play perfect. It's just, everything is all over the place right now. Justin Herbert on the level of Dak right now. Sam Darnold on the level of Dak. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't make no sense. Having Jackson Dart at the bottom right now, him dropping, he is carrying the New York Giants. He is the only reason why the New York Giants are even close to being competitive or relevant right now. He is shouldering everything. Right now, Jackson Dart is playing smoother football than Caleb Williams. Yep, I said it. And he is at a massive, massive roster disadvantage. And I'd argue coaching disadvantage. Not a massive coaching disadvantage, but a coaching disadvantage nonetheless. And again, I believe in Caleb, but you got to respect Jackson Dart. I've been insanely impressed with Jackson Dart, and he deserves credit. He does not deserve to be at the level of right now of Justin Fields or Tua Tagovailoa or Geno Smith, who's been horrendous this season. Absolutely, positively horrendous. And Michael Penn did play great. Don't downplay what Penix is doing. It's like unbelievable. Do we watch the games or do we just watch random individual highlights? Like, what is happening right now? Seriously, what is happening, man? I don't even, this mountain is so messy that it makes it even harder, specifically because you now actually have Mahomes lower. So you're like, okay, he is putting Mahomes low, you know? So you're like, okay, if Mahomes is below Drake May, it's like harder to then argue that, you know, he's being biased, and so that's why Jalen Hurts isn't high, right? Like, it becomes a trap, honestly. It becomes a trap. Sam Darnold has been better than Patrick Mahomes this season. He just has. And again, if you want to say rich tapestry, then I always say, okay, rich tapestry, then elevate Jalen Hurts. Like, I don't know what to tell you then. Like, that's where we then keep going in these weird, bizarre circles. This is going to be a shorter video right now because it is messy. It is definitely messy. I've been way more impressed with Jackson Dart than Trevor Lawrence. I mean, that's just a fact. CJ's route has not been good, but no, by no fault. I don't really blame him. So I would have CJ kind of lower there. I mean, I almost like want to just take CJ off the mountain just because it's just like his situation is such a mess. And now he's banged up. Now he's concussed. He didn't even get the chance to play. I think he was actually playing pretty well against the Broncos. You know, and again, even like having Bo Nix there, I know a lot of people will be upset, but like he has Caleb right there too. So it's just like it makes it harder. You could argue that Bo Nix needs to be elevated or this or that, like if he had Caleb higher or if he, you know, if he had other situations higher and all that. Bo Nix, obviously, the bulk of his success this season and why you can even remotely say, hey, he's been great is specifically because of the fourth quarter. Outside of that, it has been inconsistent. But I don't put that also all on the shoulders of Bo. I put that on the Broncos team as a whole. So it's been a bit of a tricky situation there. Yeah, I don't know. This is why the rich tapestry is always such a mess. And why it really is that they don't say this now, but they kept saying this a lot last year. You know, rich tapestry just means it's just however Nick, you know, whatever Nick's feelings are for the day. Because if it's a true rich tapestry within obviously Patrick Mahomes with all the Super Bowls MVP, right? He couldn't be below Drake May. He couldn't be below Drake May. But then when like Patrick Mahomes was playing poorly and he still wanted to keep him at the top, he just kept saying two-time, you know, back-to-back Super Bowl champion, you know, Super Bowl MVP, haven't lost a game. So like that's why a mountain like this, it's like, what is the criteria? What is it? What is it? What is the actual criteria? And Nick is always infamous for talking about calling out teams and quarterbacks who are beat bad teams, and Wilds caught him out for that and And Nick was like, when do I ever do that? And then it was like, there was a clip of him literally doing that about Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos. I, I made a clip of, I don't think I ever, actually I ended up posting it. It was one of the few clips that I made that I was like, I'm not going to post it. Wild straight up caught him out, and Nick got mad about it. And now look who Stafford has played against. Look who Stafford has beat. Like, he has been feasting on tomato cans. That's just the reality. And I think those arguments are always valid and invalid. I think it's always one of the trickier things. I always look at the opponent and who you're facing, and I do think it's balance. It's not all or nothing, and sometimes it changes. I mean, it really does. It changes based on the quality of how good your team is, what the expectations are for your team. Are you still playing great against the better teams as well? Or are you noticeably struggling against the better teams, but then still feasting on the bad teams? Kind of like what we saw Dak do in, like, I think, what was it, 2023 or 2022? Like, you know, like, and I'm not saying that that's what's happening to Stafford, right? So that's why I'm not saying Stafford's clearly not great, or he's overinflated, or who have the Rams beat. Like, I'm not giving that hard of the argument, because, like, I keep emphasizing, I believe in Matthew Stafford. I believe in Sean McVay. I believe in the Rams as a whole. And his numbers are great, and he's been playing great, undeniably. But like I said, in the MVP conversation, when you're really looking at what your team needs you to do and what they're asking your team to do, what the team is asking you to do in any given moment, I see Hurts, I see Drake May carrying a more of the responsibility to carry that team. Justin Herbert, even Sam Darnold, even so, like, yeah. I don't know. I think if we were just going strictly off of production and we're not considering the rich tapestry, and if you're not considering who are you playing and whatnot, it's just like production. It's just the quality of quarterback play that we've witnessed. Just what we witnessed, I think you'd have to go with Sam Darnold, Justin Herbert, Jalen Hurts, Drake May, Matthew Stafford, in terms of what they've been able to shoulder and the levels of consistency that they've showed. Mahomes and Allen have both had their ups and downs a little bit more in a more dramatic fashion this season. And again, it's not like I blame them for their ups and downs. You guys know I think Josh Allen is elite and the best quarterback, but like, I think if we're just focused on like the production of what we're seeing right now, and then that would kind of undercut a little bit of what Josh Allen did against the Kansas City Chiefs and whatnot. So it's just, this is why this mountain gets so tricky to me, because it's just it's impossible to know what lens are we looking at it. And if we don't know what lens we're looking at it through, then it's impossible then to gauge where any of these people should be. And putting Patrick Mahomes on the third level, honestly, actually really proves that. It really proves just how much it changes. And for someone who tries to be a really logical and consistent person, a mountain like this, I think that's also what I'm realizing in real time. I try to look at things so logically. When I'm trying to dissect a take, I always look for the logic and then go from there. Whether I agree with it or disagree with it, I like to discuss the logic itself, and then bring my own logic, whether I agree or disagree. And Mahomes, where he is right now, kind of proves that it's illogical. There's no actually concrete logic to it. There's nothing concrete, and if there's nothing concrete, it becomes very difficult to move things around to come. It just becomes difficult, man. It really does. Yeah, I don't know. I'll just leave it at that. Those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about this mountain, about Stafford's stash? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single comment, so whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions, let's get in some fights, but ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We're building an amazing community here, and absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.